Have you ever thought that maybe you weren't learning the material correctly is because, well, you just simply don't know how? Learning methods are a huge part of a person's learning process because if you don't know how to learn something, you're not going to learn it. Learning has different effects on different people, and I plan to inform you about the 4 different learning styles and which one best suits you. First, I will introduce the learning styles. According to the VARK model, created by Niall Fleming, there are 4 different learning styles in which each person can be categorized in. VARK stands for visual, oral, read-write, and kinesthetic. The first is visual. These learners are able to remember material by using things such as pictures and color codes to be able to remember. Next, we have the oral learners. They better understand subjects whenever they are actually taught them. They can hear the subjects better and then be able to tell other people the same thing. Then we have the read-write learners. This is the category that I have placed myself in. These people are able to read what they need to remember and then write down it, and it should be engraved in their mind the next day. Finally, there are the kinesthetic learners. Now, this is just a big word for physical. These learners like to have group activities and have just a bunch of crafts and stuff that go with their learning methods, therefore they can remember. So, now that you know the 4 learning styles according to VARK, I will now tell you the learning tips by Howard Gardner. Howard Gardner is an American developmental psychologist who created these study tips in order for people to help them remember how to study better. He proposed that kinesthetic learners best study in large groups. These large groups can create activities and all sorts of stuff that go with their writing to where they know how to remember. The visual learners draw diagrams, color code, use arrows, and even outline their work that they need to remember. The read-write learners write down everything they need to remember and then just keep writing it over and over and over again until they remember. Now, the oral learners, they learn best whenever they can teach someone else the same thing. So therefore, like, if you need to teach your brother or sister something, they probably won't know what it is, but you'll remember it better. By knowing all the learning styles there are also ways in which you can perform your own test to learn your own method. I have prepared a test that was originally created by Niall Fleming that I'm asking you guys to take so that you will know your own learning method. Please take about 45 seconds on this test and then we will grade it together. And if you need any help or have any questions, I will help you with it. Are you all about finished?
Yes.
Take the pencil. Okay, now that you all have finished, I will look them over and grade them. Okay, Dawn, it looks like you were an oral learning method, which means that you can hear someone tell you what you need and then you'll be able to remember it automatically. Linda, it looks here like you were a visual, which means that when someone writes something on the board or something, you'll probably be able to remember it. But Steve, you were both oral and visual. Now, this is okay because according to the Public Speaking Project, 20% of people can be able to remember what they are saying by hearing, 30% of people can remember what they see, and 50% of people can remember both what they hear and see. Now, I hope you in all these learning styles, and I hope that you use your learning style in the future.